We now return to Let's Play Tropico 5. Okay, a few things. I learned a little bit more about the Swiss bank account, and apparently there is a mechanic in the game where you can level up your character so that they are more effective in the foreman, or in the manager roles. 50,000 to do that, though. So, we do have a few things that I can do that are relatively cheap, such as this whole toll tax thing, which puts a little bit in. It's going to be a little bit of money, but we do have... dang it. We do have a little bit of money. So, that goes there. If I can see. That one. Got that one. And we've got that one. Good. Also, let's... Okay, no, never mind. It's good. Sold a little bit more. I need to go through and start doing a little bit of upgrading. So, like, this one increases housing quality of residences in the vicinity. I don't really have any around this area, which is why I did not upgrade this one. I did do it to this one. But we do have a few spots here, and I think what I want to do is put some of my mansion people in... Because I do believe my... How do I find this again? Wealth. We do have quite a few well-off people. And what is the requirement here? Rich. Okay. Well, we do still have a lot of rich people too. And then the more that we have there, the better tax revenue I'll get. We'll do one there, and then we'll do just a regular old house here. And I do kind of want to save up eventually. Let's see, first of all...
The Axis is currently in desperate need of steel. I worked my feminine wiles on them, and they offered us a contract.
Do we not already have this? I think we already have this. Let's remain independent, and let's hope this doesn't put a negative on both of them. Yeah, we already got this steel contract, so I don't know what the hell that's all about.
More trade, you say? What a novel idea!
Good.
I will draft the legislation this instant.
Okay, that's another thing I wanted to do too. Okay, let's accept that. And let's pause for a moment so things don't happen. Right, so let's get this going now. Spend the money on that. And then I didn't do any of that up here. So let's help these people out, because housing is better now. It was instant. Okay, it was instant, because it was like 30 when I originally looked, so that's a major boost, actually. Holy crap. Other things I wanted to do... I wanted to do this, because it does what again? Increase the number of people and job quality of all workplaces in the area, right? So I think what I want to do here is a parking lot. Really? So we can drag a road here, but you can't build there. That's extremely lame. Yeah, I hate the fact that this is going to be a blank area. Like, nothing's going to be built there. Okay, well, maybe we won't put this here then. I do have some spaces. Some spaces. What I was thinking is maybe adding another steel mill. By the way, let's look at this. Mill effectiveness is increased by 20, but it generates 30% more pollution. Okay, well, we don't want that since we're actually nearby. Increases effectiveness, job quality goes down. I think I did a lot with these plantations. Decreases workers by 2 and increases effectiveness by 20. Well, now that we are suffering for the jobs, I will go ahead and do that one. We don't need as many people there now, because we don't have that full anyway to begin with. Right. But I think it was these ones. Yeah, I haven't done this yet. And I was holding off on a lot of this stuff because it was so expensive and I didn't have the money, but now I do. So yeah, bam, that is great. I was looking at this... Oh, because of the lack of workers, that must be why. So when it's at full workers, that's great capacity. That's fan-damn-tastic. Holy buckets. Okay, great. Anyway, but yeah, when I was looking around, it was all at like effectiveness nil, and so I wanted to find some things that improved upon that. Sure enough. Okay, what else? We gotta look at the rest of these here. I think all of these. Yeah, I haven't done any of this. This just increases job quality, so let's go ahead and help out there. Workers' wealth will also be increased, so maybe they'll want to fill in. I had considered just doing a big boost to get people into the plantations, just because we are struggling so much with that. But I think we just need to let people move in. Is the thing. I think I was going to save that, but I had considered building a tenement complex. See, because what you can do here is we can have like one there, two in the back, and one there, and then one for a park, and then it creates a nice little living spot. And since I'm going to put a bunch of things up here, maybe I'll do that. Should I do it right now, though? We do have a lot of empty spaces still. So it's not like people are not coming because there's no place to live. Oh, right, and a new bank too. So that's not it. That's Jesus. Okay, let's build a few things preemptively though, even though I don't have the people to fulfill them. Let's do, where the hell is it? Let's do another dock so I can do another trade route, because that's going to be my bread and butter here. Just being able to continue to expand that. And then I wanted to do a... That's not it. Waterborne? Smuggler's Dock. Military? No. But we do need things like fortresses, and we do need that army base here probably soon. I think we are running to the end here of the Cold War, where they're going to start wanting me to join up.
Presidente?
Works at the checkpoint there. Alright. I don't know what the front is. That probably is the front. So they both kind of look the same. Is that a hatch? I have no idea what the front of this building looks like. Probably this, you'd think, right? Although I don't know, like those stairs. We'll put it this way. Get that started. Now what I want is that dry dock, because the dry dock will increase the speed at which everybody, there it is, travels. And I can get my trade routes to go a little bit further, a little bit faster. Should I put the dry dock over here? Can't do it real easily. Alright, let's just put it down here with the main dock. Do that one. And, okay, we'll hold off on the rest. You can build, apparently, you can build 4 banks. And if you max them all out budget-wise, the amount of interest 4 banks will accrue is like, what was it, 5,000? It's like $5,000 free every month. 4 banks at max settings, yeah. So that behooves me to do that.
Mr.
What do we get out of this? Standing with the capitalists?
More trade, you say?
What is standing right now? I haven't been paying attention to that for a while. Politics, factions, militarists. Gone down with the military. That's not great, especially since they are a rather large block. Increasing with the capitalists, I mean, they're the lowest right now. They're not necessary for me, but to offset the religious voters, which are a huge block, we're absolutely going to need the militarists. And besides that, I don't really know how to make them happier than they are. We'll work on that, I guess. I guess maybe also increasing the pay for them would be better. What else do we have here? Electroshock. Okay, that's not a thing. Oh, right. A major thing. Upgrading the clinics. Like, we are really suffering from them. One of the lowest happinesses, in fact, the lowest, is healthcare because of that. And I have clinics. I'm stuck at clinics right now until I get the damn power thing up and running, which I guess is what I probably should do next with my money. But let's do a hospitalization wing where we can increase that at least. Should I increase the birth rate to increase... You know what? I mean, that might actually be... At this point in time, because you can always turn these off, right? At this point in time, that might be a smart thing to do, though. We'll need a wave of children later on. I mean, right now, actually, it's probably not great, but it would have been a good thing to turn on earlier. Okay, let's do both. A little bit pricey, but right now we're really hurting for that. Okay, 50 grand. Let's go back to turning this on and not spending any money. Increases effectiveness by 100, but the soil degrades. Right, we don't want to do that. Decreases workers. Right. I just said I wasn't going to spend any more money, but I can absolutely help myself out there. Alright. Freighter exported more Tropican goods. Let's prioritize that, because that's kind of the big one. More ships means more export opportunities. Upgraded dry dock too. I didn't see that. Build a dry dock and all of its upgrades to get 2 years worth of 50% export. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty necessary, I feel. And then I also wanted to do this, yes, when I had the money, because I do actually think this would be better. This would be good, because the more managers you get, the more bonus benefits you get, because they are just kind of like all over the place, you know. I mean, shit, and we are actually getting quite a few already. So, effectiveness on max budget building budget, max, but yeah, that thing. So really, a tycoon in that situation would be better to put into a bank.
The crime lords were just a diversion set up by my arch enemy, El Lupus. Now we have fallen into his shark-infested trap. Is this the end of our heroes?
So is this my choice? Because we will have... Don't we have a cannery for free coming in? From a previous decision that I made? I think so, but I just haven't built power yet. Yes, back to this thing. Let's put the tycoon into the bank, because that will improve the effectiveness of that if I decide to boost the money, which eventually I want to, just because, you know, like I said, 5,000 free dollars is just... Well, why would you pass that up? Because it's coming out of you. But wow, we had a bunch of others in here. An agent. Detect the hidden roles of 20% of the workers in the building. Okay, so like I'd probably want to put that in a place with, well, let me see. Let me see actually. So we can do... That's a lot of people not in the labor force. Why? They're all illiterate? They're all children, that's why. We have 132 children. Okay. Is that because of the obstetrics, or were they always there? Because that's going to be a population crisis. We're about to have a population bubble here, pretty damn soon. But we still will have a lot of open jobs, so maybe we won't have to worry about it. It's just the homelessness, which right now is not a problem. No, that's not what I'm after. What I'm after is overall satisfaction? How do I find that again? Politics? Military loyalty is less than I'd like it to be. Maybe because I just don't have enough soldiers. Hopefully that base will add a few things. We do need to deal with the Axis a little bit more. We'll get there, hopefully. Could do another praise thing for them. Anyway, what I was trying to find out was how many people are unhappy with me and where do they work. Because then that would explain what I could put that into, that manager could go into. Green Thumb increases beauty in the vicinity. General military building effectiveness increased by 10. Well, I wanted to save you for the base, but why don't we just put you in here anyway? Because it's buildings, so it's any of them. Mentor effectiveness for other nearby buildings increased. I mean, geez, you know, just stick that anywhere, right? Because, like, well, I mean, what does other buildings mean? That's pretty ambiguous. Nearby buildings, like, what does that mean? Although we do have a lot of nearby buildings in this area that could be useful for. I guess. Stick that in there, the customs office. Can't do anything here. I guess we can praise them again at the expense of some ally relation. Delegation with the Axis requires 60. I do want all of these pretty up there, pretty high. Who are you? And you work at the parking lot. You work at this parking lot. Why are you living next to this one? This game. Anyone actually living in here? Yeah, a few.
The world is at war. I may not be an expert, but now would seem to be the time to build up one's military power. You never know what might happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably not a bad idea, let's be honest. Because I feel pretty certain that no matter what my relations are between these two, eventually to move into the next era, which actually I'm kind of surprised it hasn't popped up. Maybe just because I don't have a standing where I could actually do that. Like I don't have anyone at 80. Maybe that's when the quest pops up. But I feel very certain that the building is not producing. Needs iron and coal. Increases workers by 3 and effectiveness by 30. Okay, well, we don't have reason for that just yet. It hasn't been producing yet, I guess, is the thing. Amount left. Okay, we've got a good amount of iron left, and this absolutely should be input. Yeah, it's the coal we're waiting on. We just don't have anyone pushing it. Tell you what, let's get the other one going, because I do want that power plant. Okay, we do have another. So it's the gold that we could still do for a couple of years. Or we can find something else here. So we're doing the pineapple, we're doing the steel. Steel prices have gone down. Could I pull someone off of something? I mean, not really. Just maybe an easy export if we could find one. Rum? We are producing rum, but then we don't have the standing because of course not. I mean, there's an easy turnaround with the planks. I would need one more ship to do it, though. So you know what that means. Now, do I want to put it down here? I mean, I guess so. There's no reason not to. I was thinking of putting it over here, but we're nowhere near with the coffee yet. Because otherwise this would be a great place to put coffee. I keep spending money on other shit, and I need to spend it on this damn power thing so I can start putting down my industry. Alright, we do have some coal there. Hopefully they will start making the long trek. I probably should have just put this in the middle somewhere. That's what I should have done with it. Because I could have maybe put it like here. That'd be halfway in between. Whatever. We're not exporting very much anymore. And I think that is because of the lack of effectiveness in plantations. It's still filled up. Of course it did. Yeah, man, okay. Wish I could read my damn notes. Dynasty manager edict. Right. Teamsters working on it. Yeah, well, pretty much. Just I gotta wait until I get some money. Which I suppose at this point, like, why are we hanging on to so much of this shit? That's product, is what that is. That's rum distillery product. Consumes less product. It's a thing. But perhaps it would just be better to build another rum distillery if we've got that much sugar in the system. Maybe I should just do another one of those. That is not where this is. I guess it's a luxury good. God, that's a lot of money. And it requires high school. Are we even running tobacco anywhere? One. I think I've got one tobacco plantation. Because it's not easy to put anywhere. That's not what I want. Yeah, even there it's not very good. That is because, well, okay, we could actually run tobacco along the backside here. Alright. I desperately need people to move in. That's really where my problem is right now. So I guess we can just speed it up. And hope nothing bad happens in the meantime. Okay. Did that have a good impact on my... slightly. Didn't increase my soldiers. What is going on here? There are so many places. You work at the restaurant. The restaurant up here. What in the hell?
Elections are coming, Presidente. As our constitution dictates, we have scheduled...
Just stick with good old Shimon. this again? 64,000 to modernize. I should probably do that at some point. Alright. There it is. Yeah, that, and then it's going to be electrical substations, but let's do this. Power plant. Healthcare has improved. Only slightly, though. I mean, it doubled. Just because we were able to get so many more people in. Like, people are actually able to go now. Just barely. Also, let's have a look at that. Oof. Okay. I think we can turn obstetrics off, because now we've got an enormous amount of people. Let's turn that off. I can't? I can't. Oh. Oops. Well, I'm sure that's not going to come bite me in the ass anytime soon. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright. Okay. 1925, we got some money. That thing is going to be built. Hopefully. So this money that I've been hanging on to, let's do some stuff. First of all... Whew. Ah, but each dock provides one extra trade ship. Okay, it is these. Okay, it was just hidden. Okay, well, damn. I mean, we've already got one of these, but this is great. That's actually fantastic, because now I'm gonna have 5 extra ships on top of the extra one I wanted. We can now do a lot. This is great. This is great. Trade ships carry 50% more exports too. Well, I mean, you know, if we could do anything about that, but yeah, no, that's freaking fantastic. So, here we go. Bam, bam. Yes.
More trade, you say?
Could you? Oh, okay. And then it just disappeared on me. Where was my money? Where was my money? Sir? Sir? Okay, but anyway, now I should have a lot of ships. A lot of damn ships. I got a lot of damn ships. Canned goods. Yes. Well, I mean, shit. There was my money. There's my money that I want there. But let's start looking at import-export here. So, God, all the export is to the Axes. I guess they must be losing the war. Price has gone up a lot for steel. But anyway, we could do like a buy planks, sell planks. Could we sell? Oh, no, because now we've gone down. Damn it. Alright, well, we'll do that. Let's look at other ones. So planks. That's going to take care of 2. Meat is a pretty good return. 67, of course. And then as soon as I do something for the Axis, it's going to make the allies go down. None of these do standing with them. Right?
Holy mackerels, yarn boy.
Defeat
Bring me the
Lupus and
shark
cure
repellent.
penultimo, yeah.
The world.
Okay. Well, what's a better return? Meat? Meat is about 500. There was cotton was not, no. Planks. Planks would be about 800. Could put one back on gold, although I mean it's almost done. So for the little bit of time, I guess I'll do that. A little bit of time left. We will, before it all disappears, do the stupid buying and selling of planks. go ahead and praise them. So that added an extra -10 on this. Alright. So, I kind of wish it would take it off the list once you've already selected it. Cheese. Canned goods, right. Well, we could do this canned goods if I get that up and running. I do need that cannery. And I do have some money. Alright, you know what? I'll do it. It's not a buy-sell for me, though, unfortunately, but I don't have as many of those options anymore. Cotton. Well, I mean, it's... we could do meat. Do corn. I mean, we could do a buy-sell meat. We can't. But we can just do regular corn. I do have corn. Okay. I wouldn't... I mean, I don't even know... Damn it. How do I figure this out again? No? Ah, there we go. Okay. Praise action. Yeah, like the big... So the pluses and minuses are not taking effect right now. I imagine they'll be added to that then once I let the game go again. So this is why we gotta do this now while the game is paused before they realize what the hell is going on. And I'm sure it's gonna be a bloodbath. Okay. So I could just buy, sell cotton. Pointlessly, because, I mean, it's not a great return on that. And I could just sell them cotton straight up. But that's like the only other thing I'm able to do, unfortunately. Sugar, I could just straight sell sugar. Straight shell sugar. I mean, I could do a 4. I could do a 4 return. Like, clearly, I've got the sugar. So buying the sugar is just reducing my own profits when I could just straight sell it. And I guess we could do the same thing with this, and then all the support of the Axis is really going to hammer me on that with the allies. So is there one final thing? No. One final export I could get. Or just straight sell cheese. Am I selling cheese? Yes, because that is what the creamery sells, correct? No. Yes, output. It's not outputting anything. Pourquoi? Or maybe it already did do its output? See, that's all milk. Do I have a manager? Environmentalist reduces pollution in the vicinity. I don't think this is terribly polluting. I don't know that, though. I can't really... Hold on. Oh, distractions. Distractions. Current pollution. Okay, that's not terrible. Pretty bad around here, actually. So, this is not industry. This is just the fields. The filthy fields that are causing pollution in this area. On top of, I guess, just city life. Okay, so we'll save that one. Anyway, I'm trying to increase my production of this so I can push out more people. Inventor. Generates research. No. Increased budget. Stolen money goes to... No. Green thumb. Agitator. Increases workload... Yep. Okay. No, is the answer. So we just have a bunch of milk there for... I don't know why. Increases the amount of cheese produced outside power grid. Okay. So we can get that going soon. Alright, let's do cheese. Get out of my way. Yeah, we're going to take a huge hammering We're going to take a real hammering to relations here. I might end up allying with the Axis to swap into the Cold War era. That would be real awkward, huh? Well, let's you know what? Let's just end this one here, and then we'll take in what happens from all of this next time when I turn the game back on. But I do want to get this canned goods thing going. So I can't have canned goods without power. We need that power to spread my substation so I can get my canneries going, so I can bust out my pineapple, my coffee. I guess we can start doing tobacco, since that's about the only good thing that'll be left up here. Maybe one more housing block up here, because, I don't know. We seem to have the houses, we just don't have people moving into them. For some reason we got a lot of homeless. But then you come in and you look at some of these, and it's like, well, okay, maybe not. We got a lot of single people. Okay, these are actually filling up. Okay, so I guess I could do my little tenement square idea over here. We'll build a little neighborhood. Yeah, we'll finish up the plateau hopefully next time. And I do have some things here. Maybe I'll have to look at what the fertility is, but maybe if we're going to be doing some cheese, I can maybe make some more creameries. Maybe improve just general industry, because we are about to have so many so many kids. Holy shit. Oh, they're all... So they're the unemployed illiterates are just all children. Well, I guess that's good. That means all the other illiterates have jobs, but what's unfortunate about that is that the open jobs are in illiterate jobs. So we've maxed out there. I guess that means I'll also need to make a school, because 15 at a time is not going to cut it. I think we're suffering from that too. No, damn it. Open jobs. I mean, there's a few for high school. We're full on college, so at least a high school then. Possibly. Oh boy, we got a homeless situation here. Possibly. Here, perfect. I knew I was saving that spot for something good. We'll build a tenement square. And build that in. If I let's see. Last thing to look at. 4 families there. 4 families there. Yeah, it's just it's not even housing quality. Really? What? Why would you build one over the other then? Housing quality increased for each nearby house. Oh. Well, if I develop these, then yes, then they get that bonus, right? That housing complex bonus. Because there's nothing beautiful around here. Yeah, these guys get no housing complex because there aren't enough houses. That's interesting. So their base housing quality is the same as the regular country house. They just require well-off people to live there for starters, and then they require lots of people in the neighborhood. That's interesting. That's interesting. So maybe I'll have to think about that. We apparently do actually, yes, have a real problem with houses, though. So we need affordable housing, and maybe we could build a little housing square around here. I could fill them in. Anyway, I'll mess around with this some other time. Really disappointed I couldn't stick one back here, but I guess we'll have to just do what we can. It's gonna be a real ugly square right here that just can't be built upon. Anyway, I'm gonna end this one here. I will see you next time.